just as it was when we left you. John Hunter Nemechek trying to hold off Brett Moffitt. Moffitt working the top now and realizing that the laps are ticking down, less than 15 to go. Got to make something happen.
Ben Rhodes is trying to make something happen. You saw the green truck come into your screen there. He's moved around Todd Gilliland, and now he's going to try to run down our front two.
How about Johnny Sauter that's caught this battle for third?
We saw Sauter's truck really come to life late in the run earlier. I'm sure as he gets more laps on his tires, he's going to get stronger and stronger, and he's in a position to say something about who wins this race.
You know, it's an interesting situation what we're seeing here. Sauter has already won 4 times. His position in the playoffs locked in. Todd Gilliland, who you saw Sauter making the move around there in that 4 truck, he has to win to get into the playoffs here in these next 5 races. And right now he's running 5th. He needs a caution to have a shot on the restart. Ben Rhodes, who's just up ahead of them. Yeah, Rhodes needs to win too, but equally important to Rhodes is just a good solid points night. So a lot of different agendas, and we haven't even talked about the 2 guys up front.
And they just want to win.
Yeah.
The 2 guys up front for no other reason than to go to victory lane and get the trophy.
But we heard Rhodes' crew chief, Eddie Triconis, say, we're here to win. That's our focus. But, you know, when the night's over, Vince, if they gather up, trouble for the 4 of Todd Gilliland.
The right front tire down, it is.
It is. Yep.
Did a nice job of keeping it out of the wall. You can see the tires flat.
Fortunate for Gilliland that it happened where it did. He was able to get right down onto pit road.
Something broke.
Yeah, well, Todd Gilliland just saying moments ago, the right front, obviously, as we saw it down. Marcus Richmond electing to bring him on pit road to try and diagnose what else is wrong. We heard him say there's something broke.
Well, any hopes that the 4 had a victory? Up in smoke right there.
But also, Vince, just another solid run from the young 18-year-old. You can see off the turn. That's when the tire goes, I think, and he's scraping along the wall, but you nailed it, Vince. Really fortunate that it blew there down in the center of the turn, and he's into the wall.
See some debris bouncing off that truck as well. It may have slid all the way down the racetrack out of the way.
NASCAR has spotters all around the track, and they watch the surface and make sure no debris out there. That looked like a pretty heavy chunk of something there, Phil.
Looked
like a bar of some sort.
Some roll bar tubing, it looked like. There's some braces in the sides of these trucks, and that looks like maybe that's what came out, probably the right rear where he got into the outside wall.
Nemechek continues to lead, less than 10 to go. John Hunter does not run full time in the truck series, splitting his year between the Xfinity series and the trucks. So not championship eligible, but already a winner this season, victorious at Martinsville.
That team shows up ready to win, though, don't they? When he gets behind the wheel, they know they can go to victory lane, and that's the path he's headed on right now. I think it's an interesting game they're playing. John Hunter ran the low side, and Moffitt tried to take the high to the lead, but as soon as the tires got some laps on him, his knowledge and experience, John Hunter said, I was making time up there earlier. That's where I need to be to hold the lead, and he's been able to gap Moffitt just a bit since making that decision.
That's how John Hunter was able to get the lead before that caution flag where everyone came to pit road to put tires on. Now it looks like he's trying to drive away. Brett Moffitt is trying every line he can think of, the bottom, the top. He was actually faster than John Hunter that last lap. We'll see what they are this lap when they go by the start-finish line. John Hunter about a half a tenth faster than Moffitt this last lap.
6 laps remaining.
How frustrating is that for Moffitt, Phil, just to see that lead right there? He can almost taste taking over the race here late, but just can't quite make the moves to get there.
And Moffitt wasn't even sure he was going to be at this race early in the week. They didn't have the sponsorship. Wasn't available to them.
But luckily this week, Marcus Barella with Trade Auctions came on board and saved the season for this 16 team. Able to get them on track here. Said they're in good shape for the next race, but eventually we'll face sponsorship issues down the road if someone can't come on board full time.
5 laps remaining, and John Hunter Nemechek crosses the line and will bring us to 4 laps to go.
That was a good lap for Moffitt. He cut
Closed
into
the
that
gap.
lead. Almost 0.2 of a second that time by. And it looked like it was done mainly down on the bottom in 3 and 4. Top in 1 and 2. So Moffitt, this thing's winding down and it looks like he's riding it out. He's trying everything he can.
Absolutely. He's not going to give up. He has 3.5 laps to go. He is not going to give up till they throw the checkered flag.
And it is a 2-horse race because Ben Rhodes, who's in 3rd, is about 4.5 seconds behind these two. So Rhodes' only hope would be a caution here in these final laps. At this point, it's down to John Hunter Nemechek and Brett Moffitt. Just a couple of weeks ago at Iowa, it was Brett Moffitt that was out front trying to hold on to the lead, and Noah Gragson dive bombed in a desperate attempt on the final lap. Ended up getting into the wall, and Moffitt won the race.
I guarantee you Moffitt thought, well, that was interesting. Where's he going? And I hope it doesn't work. But it looked like a pretty doggone good plan for Gragson there. You can see Moffitt, when Nemechek went to the bottom, he came around the top and again gained ground on John Hunter.
2 laps to go. 2 laps remaining. John Hunter Nemechek trying to hold off Brett Moffitt for the victory here at Chicagoland.
What a great battle. What a veteran race that John Hunter Nemechek has put together here.
It's a small team. John Hunter and his dad, of course, Joe Nemechek, long-time NASCAR stalwart. Father-son relationship that you see the pride beaming in Joe each and every time he talks about John Hunter. The crew chief, Jerry Kennan, and Brett Moffitt going to the bottom. This is for the lead. Moffitt, can he hold on to it?
Something happened to Nemechek, Vince.
Nemechek has got a problem, and Brett Moffitt is going to come around. Moffitt through turn 4. John Hunter Nemechek blowing up, and Brett Moffitt is going to win at Chicagoland. His 3rd victory of the season.
That is unbelievable. The thrill of victory.
And the agony of defeat right there.
1 lap away.
You heard John Hunter say, we're blowing up. And Joe Nemechek just told me yesterday, he said, we can't catch a break the last 3 or 4 races. He feels like we've had winning trucks, and they just haven't been able to do it.
That was unbelievable, guys.
I'm telling you, Phil, I thought I was seeing Iowa all over again. I thought Brett Moffitt said, I learned from Noah Gragson. I'm going to just dive in here and do a slide job and make it pay off. That was incredible. So dramatic.
Last lap pass for the win. Brett Moffitt. Little celebration donut. Hermie?
Scott, we've been around this circus a long, long time. We talked about the perseverance and the hard work and determination that you guys have put in. Sometimes it just seems like it's meant to be, but you guys were there to capitalize. Congratulations. Where does this win stack up for you, given everything that you and this team have been through the last couple of months?
It's a really big win. We're not even supposed to be here, to be honest with you. Tuesday afternoon, FR8 Auctions called and said they wanted to jump on board, and they that was the deal we needed to get here. Truck was prepared, the guys at the shop, everybody HRE Racing has done an amazing job. Brett's an amazing wheelman. Toyota, Ice, and all of our partners have stuck behind us, and if we just get a little more help, we can make a run for the championship legitimately. And I feel very confident with this group we can go win it.
How about that, Vince, on Tuesday? Not sure they're coming to the racetrack on Friday night. They're in Victory Lane.
It's been a pretty good way to treat your sponsor, right? They jump on board last minute, and like we said earlier, come on over here to Victory Lane.
Got one more stop. One more stop.
Big night for us here.
The heartbreak of this sport.
You know, we talk about it's never over till it's over, and you can't rest till you get to start finish line. That's a perfect example of we were shocked.
You see the joy of the 16 team not even supposed to be here, and they win, and then the heartbreak of the 8 team. one lap away from winning, and they don't. Caitlin?
Yeah, certainly you can see the frustration there on John Hunter Nemechek's face. Were you able to figure out what happened there on the last lap, and are there any positives you can take away from this night?
Yeah, there's a lot of positives. As Josh Wise, our driver coach over at Chip Ganassi Racing, says, just keep doing what you're doing. We hauled the mail tonight. My guys gave me a great Fleet Wing AB Constructors Chevy Silverado. I mean, not even 3/4 of a lap away from winning the thing, and blew up going into turn 1. So just don't have luck on our side right now. But overall, it's a good showing. The last 3 weeks, that they knew that we were here. Don't know when we'll be back with the trucks. So it's frustrating, disappointing, but we'll move on from it.
Any race car
in an
driver
Xfinity car in Kentucky, so
me.
hopefully we can go get a win there.
Thank you, John Hunter. Vince?
And there's his dad, Joe. You see the frustration. No words needed. No words needed for that picture either. Brett Moffitt. Brett Moffitt has done it 3 times. The first came in the second race of the season. That was at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Put it in victory lane. And then just a couple of weeks ago at Iowa, held off a mad dash from Noah Gragson and recorded win number 2. And then tonight, running second to John Hunter Nemechek, who has an issue on the final lap. And Moffitt brings it home for win number 3.
Here he is for the 3rd time.
Obviously, that emotion there of John Hunter walking into the garage.
In the 2018 season, Brett Moffitt and this 16 team, what a story this team and you have been this year. Talked to your crew chief a moment ago. On Tuesday, not even sure you're going to be at the racetrack racing, and you end up in victory lane. Take us through those last couple of laps and coming off turn 4 to get to victory, the range of emotions you must have felt.
Yeah, first of all, I got to thank Freight Auctions, our partners at TRD and Toyota and Ison that have gotten us to this point in the year, and Shiggy Ettore and everything he's done. But, man, this is great. This is awesome. We didn't know if we were coming, like he said, and to be here in victory lane, it's an honor and a blessing. It's these guys work hard. I feel like we threw away a couple wins earlier this season. I hate it for the 8, whatever happened there, ran out of gas, but we'll take them any way we can get them right now.
What is it about this team and the combination of you being with this team that makes it so resilient under these circumstances?
We don't have a lot of stuff. We don't have the most people, but we have great people. You know, I say it every week, and it's the truth. So also I got to thank Mark Conquest. We are the lone Toyota engine out here, and we got 3 wins on the board now. So thank you, Mark and JGR Engines. But, man, everyone just works hard. They're passionate, and that's all that matters.
Brett Moffitt, victory lane again. Caitlin?
Well, Hermie Ben Rhodes earned his 4th top 5 performance so far this year. It's been such a tough couple of weeks for you. How rewarding is it to get a good finish, solid night here today?
Man, so rewarding. It's been a long time coming. I feel like we really should have had something a lot better than this a long time ago, but we finally righted the ship. We finally had, you know, not things go bad for once. You know, we finally had stuff actually work in our favor, and, man, it's just so refreshing. These guys on our ThorSport team have been working so unbelievably hard. Ford's been helping us a ton, trying to right our ship, and it's just been awesome. Our Ford F-150 was fast right off the hauler, and big thanks to ThorSport because, you know, when you have bad races out of your control, you can't afford to have a bad race because of yourself like other teams can. So they've been bringing me fast pieces all year long, and finally good just to have stuff go right for once, and we're righting the ship. We're making it go in the right direction, and soon we'll be getting some wins.
Nice job. Ben Rhodes ending the night here in the top 5. Vince?
Yeah, big night indeed for Ben. Ettore Racing had never won a NASCAR race before this season. Brett Moffitt has put him in victory lane 3 times.